From previous examples, we've seen logs with a variety of different bases. We've seen base 1/2, base 3, base 2. We've even seen base 6, base 7, and you can have just about any base you want, provided that it fits the criteria. And the criteria is that the base has to be greater than 0, and the base is not allowed to be 1. So really any real number you can think of that fits those conditions is allowed. But as it turns out, there are two bases that are used more often than any others, and these are actually the two bases that are already programmed onto your calculator. So if you have your calculator handy, you'll want to make sure that you take the time with this definition to find the log buttons that you have on your calculator. So definition 19.3 says the logarithmic function with base 10 is called the common logarithm. So when you think about base 10, we think about writing something like this: log with a base being 10. But because this has become the common log, the 10 for the base doesn't actually have to be written in. It can be implied. So what you'll most often see is this. It just says log of x. So it just goes directly to the argument, and you don't actually have to write in the base. So on your calculator, you should have a LOG button. And when you push the LOG button, it will typically put in LOG, and then it will open up a parenthesis. And then inside the parenthesis is where you will then input the argument, and then you can close the parenthesis to finish it out. And then the base is implied to be 10. It won't actually say the base, it's implied. So this is called the common logarithm. The other logarithm that's very popular uses a base of e. Base e is known as the natural logarithm, and we call it the natural logarithm because e is the quote-unquote natural number. This is also known as Euler's number. And if I was writing a logarithm with base e, it might look something like this: log base e of x, where e represents the base. But since this is called the natural log, we actually have another way of writing it. We call it ln of x. Now the natural log was developed in Europe, and so they wouldn't call it natural log, they would call it log natural, and so hence why we have ln. And then your argument is x. So on your calculator, you should also have a ln button. Usually it's pretty close to the log button, but not always. And then when you type that in, you'll have ln, and then it will open up a parenthesis for you to be able to type in whatever the argument is. You can close the parenthesis, and then the implication here is that there is a base of e that's implied with the ln. So these are the two logs that we will see most often, and they are again called the common log and the natural log.